Is it hard for the father to get sole custody? Hi, I'm Bill Farias, founder of Farias Family Law. I spoke to a gentleman last week who has been a very involved father. Unfortunately, the mother of this child is having some significant mental health and substance abuse issues, and the father wants to move on this and wants sole custody of the child. But he's concerned that the courts are essentially going to penalize him for being the father or be less inclined to give him sole custody because he is the father. And so the best way to think about this is to recognize that the courts have come a long way in the last 20 years or so in their treatment of these custody issues. And specifically, courts are much more willing to grant sole custody to a father when that's appropriate in a particular case. So in other words, for the most part, custody decisions are gender neutral. Now, I'm not going to say that no judges give any preference to the mother. I think naturally in a lot of cases, the mother is the primary caretaker, especially early on in the life of a child. And so that's something that the courts still consider. And you might still have some judges who give a little bit more weight to a mother-child bond. But I would say generally, courts and judges are looking specifically at the facts of each individual case and doing their very best to do what's in the child's best interest. And so the courts are looking at the involvement of the parents' bond to the child, and tying back to the circumstances I just explained to you and the case that we were assessing. Certainly, if a mother is having significant mental health or substance abuse issues and the father is clearly in a better position to parent that child, I don't believe that it's an issue. I think courts are doing what's in the child's best interest in general. And so the point of this is that if you're a father and you feel like having the child with you the majority of the time, having sole physical custody or having sole legal custody for the decision making is in the best interest of the child, that you at the very least talk to an attorney about it. Because if you're afraid that the court is going to hesitate to give you sole custody just because you're a male, your fear might be misplaced. It's not an issue. It's certainly not the issue it was a while back. I mean, I heard some stories from the time before I began to practice where it was basically an automatic by default that the mother would get sole custody. But times have changed. Women are working more. There are more men who are in the caretaking role and being the primary caretaker. And so times are different and the courts have adapted, and I don't think that it's something to be concerned about. I think that regardless of gender, you need to talk to an attorney, provide the attorney the information necessary to do an analysis and figure out what your chances are of getting sole custody. And if it's in the best interest of the child, pursuing it. I don't think gender is a barrier. If you have any other questions, you can call us at 508-675-0464. You can email us at info@fariasfamilylaw.com. If you found this video helpful, you can subscribe to our channel and share it with anyone you think might benefit from it. And you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Farias Family Law. Thank you. Have a good day.